sure to tackle the big issues affecting the BVI and the rest of the Caribbean. Searches for answers to today's big questions and gives viewers a unique perspective on developing stories. Follow the big story with me, Kathy Richards, only on JTV. This show is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Cyril B. Ramney Tertola Pier Park, NV Salon Spa Nail and Barbershop, HOV Medical, and Digicel. Sign up for Digicel Plus Home Light Bundles, faster internet, movies, and sports. This is a big story. I'm Kathy Richards. I want to thank you so much for joining us for this edition. Are you the iconic? That's a new word, right? Our guests today are Che Pemberton and Miss Kyla Forbes, both of the Virgin Islands Icon Awards for 2024. Actually, it's the very first of its kind. We would have heard the big announcement when it happened. Did the shoot right here in the studios, and also we're so proud to be part sponsors with you guys. But still, persons are on some little nails as to what this is all about and why. So let's just recap. Any of you can tell us, why and how this all came into being. But first, how are you?
I'll go first. Okay, I'm doing well, Kathy. Thanks so much for having us.
Awesome.
I'm doing great as well, Kathy. Thank you for having us. And I would say that this show is been the dream of our executive producer, who is Kerry Nelson Hull, and he's the first person who came up with the idea. He did whatever research he needed to do. He found his inspiration, and then he reached out to us as a team, and here we are. That's basically the antithesis of where he came from, and he could definitely elaborate more. He talked about how he was doing research and what people do to get honored when it comes to the MBEs and OBEs, and he got the idea that maybe we should do something to continue to uplift Virgin Islanders, and found out what happens when it comes to producing an award show, and he continued to follow up and took it step by step, came up with the initial ideas, and then reached out to us as a team.
I think initially, if you hear Mr. Hull speak about this whole initiative, for him it's really about giving flowers while persons are alive, and really highlighting Virgin Islands talent and the best of the best.
Absolutely.
But one thing I remembered when he had spoken about this at the launch, when he said, he was doing this research and realized a long list of persons who are usually nominated, but only one or two are selected. So what happens to the rest of these people? It tells you that they are a great core of people in these Virgin Islands that needs to get some flowers, like we say, right? Some tap on the back, some other words like
you're doing well. You're doing well. We appreciate you. You are contributing to our Virgin Islands culture and just who we are as a people, and we're just happy to highlight these persons.
But when you said he reached out to you guys, it tells me that there is a backstory. Are you an organization, a group, even before this? Are you bosom buddies? How he decided that, hey, it's Kyla, I gotta call, hey, it's Jay, I gotta call?
Actually, he put it out to the public, and some persons responded to it. So he may have had some people in mind, yes, and then others. There are some of our producers. We have about 16 producers. Some of the people we are actually meeting for the first time. You may have seen them around. We are now building relationships. We have a really good team as well.
A really great team.
I think we get along very well. We talk about issues, but we are definitely interacting for the first time. For the majority, of course, you would know some faces, but haven't really been in interactive dynamic when it comes to producing something. So it's an awesome initiative, and we all responded to what he put out, basically. And it's a non-profit organization. We are a registered non-profit. That means that everything that happens with this, we have the accounts, we have the financials to show that we are actually volunteering as well. This is all volunteer effort. We are not personally gaining from financially from any of this.
Okay, I'm happy that you qualified it, not gaining financially, because when you get into things like this, there's so much that you get to benefit from.
Oh, yeah.
The pleasure of meeting new people, hearing new ideas, and seeing things come to being, and being able to be part of a core team that celebrates so many people. How many categories are there, and how many awards are likely to be given out on the date?
There are 26 categories,
categories.
That's going to be awarded on the evening of the show itself.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have what we call the swag bag, just to talk about what people are actually going to receive. Not just about money, but the gifts that the winners of any of these categories will be receiving a swag bag that has a list of just products that are either produced by Virgin Islanders or locally or within the diaspora. People have offered gifts to contribute to this event.
What was the response? Yes, go.
Yes, so I actually pulled up the 26 categories.
Okay.
It's quite extensive.
Whoa.
So we just want to put those
26
out.
in the first goal.
26, okay. So we have the Lifetime Achievement Award, Emerging Youth Talent, Nation Building, Humanitarian Efforts, Writers and Publishing, Environmental Works, Sports/Athletic Performance, and then we have Sports with Athletic Development, History, Culture, Tradition, that's one, Religion, Spirituality, Inspiration, that's another, Corporate Social Responsibility, Media, which is /presenters, and then we have Media Producers, Media/shows, Live Entertainment Ensemble, Visual Arts, Music/production, and then we have Music/performance, Education and Youth Development, Tourism, Entrepreneurship, Commerce, Health, Lifestyle, Fitness, which is one, Aesthetics, Event and Interior Design, and the 26th category. Now we want to speak a little bit about the 26th category.
The 26th category not named.
Right, because every year it's going to have a 26th category. It would change year by year. This year we have Social Media Influencer of the Year. But next year it might be something completely different.
Oh, but next year we're most likely to go with the other 25.
Right.
Yeah, but why so many at the first go? I mean, you guys feeling it out. Yes, you're experts in this, and you have a great reach. But why 26 categories?
I think it speaks to the extensive talent that we have in the BVI. I think when I list all of those, I can think on many persons who have contributed in those areas. So I just think it speaks to the overall nature of the talent that we have here in the BVI.
We take it as an honor also to be among those.
Yes.
But the most beautiful part of this, giving persons their flowers while they're here, nominating them for one of the biggest awards. You understand that the trophies or the plaques or the prizes are going to be really top class. That's when you group get together, the caliber of people who putting this together, you settle for nothing but the best.
Yes.
Yeah, but you have even coined an academy.
Oh yes.
And I've been tracking them.
Okay.
And I'm super impressed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely talk about the academy as well. As you spoke recently about the learning experience that goes along with it, so the learning experience is not just for the team, it's also a learning experience for the next generation. We also wanted to inspire them and also get them involved. And we knew that we would want volunteers on the night, but we said, hey, we're not just going to have volunteers to show up only on the night of the show. We're going to teach them everything that we know that it takes to produce such an event, that they can learn from this experience. So every Sunday, for how long has it been so far?
Week.
4 weeks.
No, it's months.
Months.
For
It's
months,
months.
leading up to the show, the students and young people whether they're in high school or at HLSCC.
Correct.
They have been joining us. We've been sharing everything, all of our
They've
skills.
had presenters.
They've had presenters coming in, special presenters, giving them special sessions for 2 hours every Sunday, and it's been a great course. And you can imagine that the event of the night is like the exam.
Yeah, but were you guys prepared? Really prepared for what you see coming out of those young people?
Oh, the future is in good hands.
Woo.
And we want
Indeed.
to say that the future is in good hands. I know when we sometimes we only talk about what's negative about the youth, but there are so many positive,
yeah.
good, excellent, talented youths that have the ability to leverage technology that we didn't have
Yeah.
access to when we were young. So it's so amazing to see what they're doing, what they can produce, and how they're thinking. They're very sharp, and they're producing amazing things. And as we say, this is the first show. Within the next few years, this show will be produced by them.
Yep.
I believe you.
And what I would also say, it's very inspirational to see as creatives ourselves, knowing that there's an avenue where these students could come and learn and for their creative talents to be nurtured. I think that's the greatest part about this academy.
And you've been interacting with quite a number of parents, I am absolutely sure. Are they surprised at the change or the impact that this has been having on their kids?
Well, the parents are definitely supportive. They are the ones who are dropping them off and
Yep.
picking them up.
Yep.
And definitely when it comes closer to the show, we'll find out about how exactly they're doing, keeping track. I know Mr. Hall Karim, he's definitely in contact with more of them. Also,
Okay.
Felix is also in contact with the students directly. So we learn about how these the youth are growing and evolving positively.
But I think we as a team, we could say that we've seen the growth in
Oh,
these
yes.
students. And they surprise us every single week with how they're thinking outside the box, the things that they come up with, how attentive they are. It's absolutely amazing, Kathy.
I could tell because I've interacted with a few of them who I knew before them venturing into this academy, and I have seen transformation. Like, okay, you can talk like this. Okay, you know about this. Okay, but you are also not waiting on the night of June. July 1st. I'm in a hurry. Need the bubbles to go quickly. You're not waiting until that night for the honorees to feel that you're doing more.
Yeah.
You're doing more. Tell us about it and why.
So we could speak a little bit. So I think you're talking about the events that we have coming up.
Yeah.
That we're just doing so much. Now we have the Sip and See brunch, which is this Saturday.
Yeah.
Today's Friday,
Well,
and
it's
this
now called the Iconic Night.
the iconic
night.
because it was first the brunch,
It was-
but now
Yes.
because of the rain,
The potential rain.
The potential rain that came a few days
later and flooded us out.
Yes.
but instead of just saying, you know what, we're going to cancel, we made it into something new and different. And I'll let Sheikh just share a little bit about it.
With everything, we learn how to be agile and we pivot. So now, instead of having the nominees brunch, we're having, it was a sip and see, and then it turned into the Iconic Night, where now we invite all of the nominees, everyone who has been nominated. We talked about 26 categories. 26 categories and 5 persons in each category.
That's
been
a
nominated.
crowd.
So let's do some quick math. That's about 120, at least just about 120 nominees. Maybe they all might not be able to attend.
Yeah, because
this
some
event,
are overseas.
but we're
and all of that.
inviting them to come and get a feel of what they need to know about the night. Everything about the process. We want to make sure that the nominees are also educated. We want to make sure that everybody knows what they have to do and what it also takes to produce a high quality show with integrity so that everyone is comfortable. So at this night, the nominees are all invited to come receive some drinks, have some entertainment. They will be presented with their official nomination certificate that only nominees are going to receive. And I just want to say that just by being nominated, you're already a winner. We already celebrating what it is to be a Virgin Islander. And just by being nominated, you are already a winner. Whatever you're doing is already great. So you're going to have this special certificate, and then we are going into what you need to know about the night. What time you need to show up. How should you dress?
But how should we dress Saturday night?
So Saturday night we want a little taste, just a little taste of what you would come with for the iconic award. Not exactly, but just nice.
Step it up.
Yes, you hear the name, iconic night. Think about it, feel it, and you'll know exactly what.
You know what happened? So it would have been a brunch. So we had our brunch wear set. Now we have to go look for iconic setup. Woo! I guess our closets can take care of those. Yeah. Okay, and following that, tell us a little bit more of what we're to the audience, not just the nominees, but also those who are going to come to cheer on, to support nominees, and even those who are awarded. I would not say those who are winners, but those who are awarded in that way, because like you said, everyone's a winner. The fact that you are nominated. What else do we expect? What that night tends to look like?
Okay, this is going to be such an awesome event.
Don't give away too much now.
No. Keep this secret. We want them to buy those tickets, you know.
Okay.
We want them to be there.
Exactly what they need to know. And
Yeah.
the first thing is the date. Okay, so it's July 1st, and it's the third event of what we're calling Virgin Islands Weekend.
Yep.
We know that there's the Music Fest on
The One VI Music
One
Festival,
yes.
then go into the One VI Poker Run.
Yes.
And then on the Monday, you get all dressed up to celebrate Virgin Island Icon.
Awards. So it's on July 1st, so make sure we have the date. The time, let's talk about the location, which is the multipurpose sports complex.
Yes.
And it's cool now, it's cool. It's cool in there now, yeah.
And that building is definitely going to be transformed into something
Can't wait
amazing.
to see.
The driveway, that whole street is going to be blocked off. There's going to be red carpet outside for arrivals. You're going to come, you're going to take your pictures. We're going to have a line of photographers ready, interviewers. Hopefully you're there, Kathy.
Oh yes, we will be there, yeah.
Interviews and get people's reaction coming in. The red carpet opens at 4 p.m. And everyone should be seated at 5:45 so that the show begins approximately at 6:01.
Oh.
Where the iconic event happens and everything from there. We'll have some excellent entertainment. We're of course doing all of the recognition, and we have so many surprises for you.
Okay. How long we anticipate this night is going to go? When the show gets started at 6, you said?
Yeah.
At 6, we anticipate probably 10, 11.
Oh, no, definitely not. It's not going to be a 4-hour show. A 5-hour show, definitely not. This show
We have a tight run of show, but you wouldn't even know where the time went.
Yeah. So the show should be about, let's say, 2.5 hours.
Okay.
And
it's a quick go.
Yeah, it's going to be there, and we know where we're here, and we have everything timed and sequenced.
Correct.
We know exactly how it's going to run. We have it tightly rehearsed. Everyone is going to know the lines, and you know how long you're going to be on stage for, and let's keep it moving.
Okay, one thing that just popped to mind, when we see these big awards on television that happens in North America and where else, there's always that after party to celebrate those who are awarded. Again, I'm not going to say winners, but those who are awarded. We got something like that happening, or probably next year.
No, there definitely is an after party. Is there an after party?
Is there an after party?
No, we have the governor's ball.
Oh.
That the governor is definitely hosting, but due to his schedule, we've had to shift and postpone it. And that event was also to allow the winner of the the Viconic Training Academy to also be recognized. So we definitely did have a following event, but the governor's ball will not be happening. Should I be saying this right? Yes. But
it's a thought, it's a work in progress,
yes,
and details we can always get.
And we're going to shift the date a bit, but definitely we're still going to have the opportunity to have after parties and celebrations. And I think in a previous interview there was also an invitation to say, hey, if you want to throw a party and partner with us, then we definitely can have that discussion as well.
Okay, the last thing we're going to touch on, and I know this thing is really expensive. I know that you guys have been dipping into your own pockets in some instances. How are you managing in terms of getting sponsors on board? Is it a challenge? Do you still need more? You're going to say money is never enough.
Yes, the shows for something like this, you always have to know how much is this going to cost. And the budget for this is definitely extensive. We have been going into the community, doing presentations, and having very good feedback and also very good support. We do have our finance guy, Bernard Gordon. He's in charge of the finances. He's been receiving checks and writing checks as well to make sure that we have all the checks and balances so that we know what's going on. But we do definitely invite different levels of sponsorship, and the highest level of sponsorship would be the premier. He's called
He's the patron.
He's a patron.
The patron of the Icon Award.
Awesome.
Then we have different levels of sponsors, of course, many different businesses, and we also have the Viconic 1000, meaning that even small businesses who have seen what we're doing and say, hey, I can't give a big sponsorship, but I can give $1,000 to this cause and receive that. So we do have different levels of sponsorship. The community, everyone is being a part of it. And we also like to recognize that not all sponsorship is financial, there's also in kind. So there's also a huge amount of people who are just giving their personal time and resources, and we're all partners. We are all sponsors of this event together as Virgin Islanders.
Okay. How do you celebrate that night or after? How do you celebrate those who would not have been awarded but just nominated?
Well, I think in general, when you hear, for example, about other award shows, you can always say, I was a nominee of, or Grammy nominated. So yes, that is what
adds to your portfolio.
Yes,
your bio.
you move forward with that. Virgin Islands Icon nominated, and that's what we're celebrating.
Awesome.
So you add that to your portfolio. As we said, everyone, that the fact that you've been nominated is definitely a plus.
All right. Okay, so we're just 6 weeks out. I know that, it's just 6 weeks out. Think about it. We're in the middle of May, literally, and we have June, and then on July 1, it said, I look forward to hearing more as we go along. Any big announcements, any more surprises. I'm looking forward especially to seeing what become of that core of young people that you have there. So don't be strangers to the set. We love having you, and thank you so much for sharing. Any last thing you want to
What I would say is that we want persons to continue to look out for big news. We have much announcements to come as we move closer to the date, but we want persons to mark your calendars for the 27th of May when those tickets go live.
Okay. So persons can purchase online. Online, and there are outlet stores. There are some people who not too savvy with purchasing online or just don't like putting their credit card numbers to get stuff done. So you will also have outlets, physical outlets.
So just look out for your announcements where you could get those tickets. And don't wait till the very last minute. You don't want to miss out on this show.
Exactly. All right, Kyla. And I'll add also, please make sure that you're following us for all information. Please go to our website, virginilandsiconawards.com. That should be it. And we're also on social media, Facebook, Instagram. Make sure you follow. We don't want persons to say, I did not know. And within this age of technology, everything is so fast and quick And sometimes people see things and they don't pay attention. So guys, log in, pay attention, make sure you follow us, and also share the information that you're seeing, because if you see it and your friends don't know, then that is also a problem.
Exactly.
All right, Kyla, Shay, thank you so much for stopping by,
Thank
sharing.
you.
I'm sweating. Thank you for joining us for this edition of The Big Story. I'm Kathy Richards.
Are you searching for new home decor items that reflect the season's latest trends? Look no further than Right Way Home. From cushion sets to decorative vases, we have unique pieces to suit every style and budget. Discover your right find at the right price, only at Right Way Home and Right Way Stores.
We know that where you choose to bank matters, and it is your vote on what your funds do in strengthening our community. As your official Bank of Paradise, we invest and support the lifeblood of our economy by helping in the realization of personal goals for homeownership, education, and entrepreneurial visions, which support small businesses. We make it our place to connect with persons and worthy causes, and we have been doing so for more than 30 years. Where your money goes and what your dollars empower are your choice. And we thank you for choosing us, a bank that gives where it matters the most, for you, for our community, and a happier tomorrow. The National Bank of the Virgin Islands.